I went to a Fun Fly a while back and I found this helicopter for sale. This guy had this helicopter for sale, and so I'm not quite sure exactly what it is, but just wanted to show you what I got here. It's got carbon fiber blades on it. It's got an OS Max 61 motor there, and I imagine it might be in bad shape. I don't know. It looks pretty clean and stuff. All the clutch and everything looks like it's all in good shape. The fan and everything looks good. The gears, everything's a little dusty on this heli, but I think if I clean it up, everything's going to be mechanically pretty much just fine. Now what I think this is it's either a GMP competitor or it's a GMP Cobra. And there's a guy on the net that I'm going to ask if he can identify it for me, but I think it might be a Cobra, because it has the torque tube tail, which is really nice, and it has this Hiller head. It's a collective pitch Hiller head, but yeah, the torque tube tail. This is a big heli. It's the biggest one I have, and so I just wanted to show this off a little bit. It has this really interesting Hiller linkage here. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there's a little lever arm that goes up and down like that. So that's kind of it's an interesting design. I haven't seen that before. So GMP, in case you didn't know, I think they were in business in the 80s, and I think they closed their doors around like 1989. So at least this heli is 23 years old, and it could be older than that. But yeah, the guy was selling that, and then later on that day, I won in the raffle. I won some fuel, but I'm basically just gonna clean up this heli. I'm gonna soak the bearings in some oil, and I'm gonna take everything apart, everything, and redo it, because this linkage in here, the collective pitch linkage, it's a mechanical mixing, and the linkage is really tight. And I imagine the bearings are just old, and I'm gonna try and get replacement bearings, but I don't think you can get a swash plate for this anymore, or this head or anything. So hopefully I don't crash this heli, because it's an antique. It's from the 80s. I mean, I guess things from the 80s aren't really antique, but in the heli world, this is, from what I understand, one of the first few really good 3D style, aerobatic style helis. But yeah, I picked this up, and I got the radio. This is the radio that I guess, whoever, the guy who owned this heli, he died, I guess, and so this is the radio that he used. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. I got this heli and the radio. So, and I got this box of helicopter. I think that everything for this heli is actually in here. As you can see, it's a GMP, the world's finest RC helicopters, available at your local hobby store nationwide. Quality, performance, and service. Competitor, 50 to 60 professional model. It's got a little picture of it. It's a little faded. Looks like there's some water damage or something on here, but that's probably California, with the competitor flying there. And it's got, I love this. It says Gorham Model Products. We want you to fly, not just buy. And I think that's a really great sentiment, but I don't know. The company's out of business, so hard to say. It's got some little marketing language here. I don't know. I can read this. I don't know if you can see it very well, but it says main rotor span 53 inches, tail rotor span 11 inches, overall length 50 inches. Construction aluminum and steel. Weight empty. Weight ready to fly 8.5 pounds. Engine 45 to 60. Multi-servo operation for electronic mixing, standard ball bearing main and tail rotor assemblies, collective pitch and bell hiller mixing, radio installation 4 or 5 channels, 4 or 5 servos. It says auto rotation, inverted flight, and full aerobatic capability standard. Altogether, a highly integrated design using all the latest engineering design practices plus high-quality bearing shafts and castings. Competitor is a great new RC helicopter for just fun flying and Sunday aerobatics. It is also a finely tuned machine which can outfly all its competition and win for you. So I think that's really pretty cool. So all this stuff, the helicopter, the radio, and this, I got for $100. And in here, there is the competitor kit. And just, you know, it looks like it has never been opened. And here's the little tail pieces and the servo tray, all this plywood pieces. I mean, it's just looks like it's never been opened. Here's the fan, the main bearings, all the main shaft. There's the little gears and stuff in there, push rods for you. I don't know what's behind the paper, but you know. So let's compare to this other heli. Let's see here. Yep. It's a little different, but yeah, basically the same machine. So I think maybe the, you know, together one here is a competitor, but the head's a little different than the pictures I saw, so I'm not real sure. But yeah, so I think that's a pretty good deal. $100, get a good start on glow. I spent about $50 on things that I need for glow engines, like the starter and the. So also they gave me some wood blades. I'll probably just recover these and actually use them, like if I take the heli to a show or something like that. I'll just use these for display purposes, but I'm gonna recover them. I'm not gonna use these for flying. I'll use the carbon fiber blades for that. There's like a replacement radio tray, and then there's also in here all of the manuals and everything for the helicopter, the manuals and the old parts list, information, drawings, and then there was some newsletters that came from GMP, which is kind of interesting, talking about their helis. Here's a nice picture of, I believe that is Mike Moss flying the, looks like, yeah, competitor upside down. And I believe that this is actually on a video. I'm gonna have to see if I can find it. I'll put it in the video description if I can find the video of Mike Moss flying this out by this road in California somewhere. Helicopter safety instructions here. So that's pretty interesting. All that stuff that the guy kept all those years from that. So I also wanted to show you this heli. This one was given to me about a year ago, and I'm not real sure what it is. It kind of looks a little like the competitor, but it has, it has a different fan, and it has a different starter cone. It has this anti-rotation bracket in the back, slightly different swash plate, and different linkage. Some of the linkage is bent, so I'm gonna have to get new linkage if I want to fly this one. And it has this different head, this head with the flybar underneath, and so I'm not real sure if this is not like a GMP Viper or something like that. It has a belt drive tail. It's about the same size as the other one, but I'm not sure what that is. And it came with this OS Max SF 60 engine. So this engine looks like it's in much better shape than the other engine. And the guy that gave me this said he thinks it's never been run. So I might actually swap this engine into the other helicopter, but I need to know more about it. So we'll see. Yeah, so if anybody knows what this heli is, like, is it a Franken heli, like a mixture of stuff, or is it like a Viper, or what? I'd love to know. Leave a comment and let me know what you think. In the process of cleaning up the house a little bit to make room for this helicopter and another helicopter that I need to build as well, I was looking for some place to put push rods, and I found this box, and I was like, oh, I could use that to store some push rods and some carbon fiber and stuff that I've got that's kind of a pain to store. And I opened it up. Holy crap, there's an airplane in here that I didn't even know I had. And I know what this is. It's a Hobby Lobby plane. But yeah, it's kind of attractive, it's just a basic profile foamy. I like the look of it, but I think I'm gonna put that together and throw a cheapy motor on it and see if I can fly that over the winter. But yeah, never know what you find in your closet. Go look around. You might find a freaking airplane that you didn't know you had. So that's pretty cool. I'm gonna build that up and see if we can get some video of that one too. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy that. If you know anything about the helicopter, let me know, because I'm not sure exactly what it is and what I might special things I might need to know about it. But yeah, subscribe and we'll keep track of the restoration of this baby and we'll go fly it. So okay, there's the airplane kind of tacked together. And now I remember what it is. You know what? I remember why I didn't build it. It's like a pattern plane, and I'm into 3D. I like 3D, but I think, you know what? I think if I put like a good 20 amp motor on this sucker, it'll be actually good for 3D. If I can get like a high pitch prop and spin a lot of air over the tail, I think it'll be fine. But yeah, that's what it is. It's like a foamy F3A pattern plane